Hi, this is David McCann for WebTNG. In this video, I'm taking a look at GreenShift for Gutenberg. GreenShift is a unique suite of blocks distributed in 5 plugins. There is a free core plugin in the WordPress plugin directory, and then an advanced animation add-on, a marketing and SEO add-on, a chart add-on, and a query add-on. In this video, we'll do an overview of GreenShift, then so you can get a feel for how it works, we'll do a walkthrough using the query add-on in the full site editor and create templates for a custom post type. If you like the video, please subscribe. It helps us spread the word about the channel. This is the GreenShift core plugin in the WordPress plugin directory. You can see that it's regularly updated. It has more than 10,000 active installs. And it has almost a perfect 5-star rating, 18 5-star ratings. And it's got 37 of 38 support issues resolved in the last 2 months. So the team is very active, even helping free users. This is the GreenShift website. And these are the 4 add-ons that I was talking about. You can buy them separately or in an all-in-one pack. There's the advanced animation add-on, marketing and SEO, chart, and query add-on. Then they sell them in 3 different groupings. The design package has the animation add-on, query and listings add-on, animated section library, and premium support. The SEO and marketing package has the query and listing add-on, SEO and marketing add-on, link hider and link pro, and premium support. And then the all-in-one pack has all those add-ons together with chart add-on, Figma sources if you're using Figma for design, and premium support. And then each of the packages comes either for 5 sites or for unlimited sites. And when you click to go and purchase, you first go to a screen where you pick whether you want an annual subscription or a lifetime subscription. And then when you click purchase, you go to the order form. If you're interested in checking out GreenShift, there are 2 more things to look at. One is they have a block demo here, and this is interesting because you can see which blocks are included in which plugin or add-on. So these are what comes in the free core plugin. Here's the animation add-on. Here's the SEO and marketing add-on. And you can click on each one and get an idea of things that you could create using these blocks. Here's the query dynamic add-on and the chart add-on. One last thing to look at before we go to the demo site is they do have a YouTube channel with a fair number of videos, kind of how-to videos mainly. So that's worth checking out when you're getting started. I have a test site here with WordPress 6.1 and the 2023 theme. You can see I have a bunch of demo data posts. I also have a custom post type called books. So let's go and look at what I have installed. If we go to plugins, you can see I have advanced custom fields, the free version, and custom post type UI, which is also free. And I use those to create a custom post type books, and we'll be creating templates for that in the full site editor in a few minutes. There's also, you see, a custom taxonomy called genre. If we look real quick here at the books, you see their number of records. And if we look at one, we'll see in addition to the title and content, there's the custom genre, the featured image, and then our 2 custom fields, a URL field linked to the author's website, and an image field, the author's photo. If we go back to plugins, you can see I've installed and activated the GreenShift plugins. This is the free core plugin from WordPress.org. And then this is the advanced automation add-on, the chart plugin, the marketing and SEO add-on, and the query and meta add-on. Okay, and when you activate GreenShift, then you get a new menu item up here. Here are some links to tutorials, the settings where you can have a local font loader, These are general settings here, which we can set when we're in the Gutenberg editor. You have an option for the CSS location, and you can set custom breakpoints. This add-ons, this is just an add here. Upgrade is if we didn't have the Pro version, it would have an add and an option to upgrade here. Contact us, this is for support. Rewrite links. This is a kind of a utility here for working with affiliate links. I'd probably use a dedicated plugin for working with external links, but if you just have a few or something, this might be convenient. And then this is where you manage licenses. Okay. There's one other menu item we get here, which is we get a reusable templates menu item. So they surface that for this. And GreenShift reusable templates have a little bit different functionality or extra functionality. You can export and import them from a JSON file, but what I wanted to show you is that when working with a classic theme, you can create a template under this reusable blocks area, and you can use it to overwrite the templates with classic themes, like overwrite the taxonomy or user page, a single template, a post type archive, or 404 page. Okay, so that's kind of cool, and this is their theme builder functionality. But what we're going to be looking at is creating the templates not for classic theme, but for a block-based theme in the site editor. We'll be coming back to that in a moment. First, I wanted to give you a little bit of a quick tour of what things look like in the Gutenberg editor. Here are the block collections. And you can see that it's got them grouped here by the add-on. So this is the marketing and SEO group, the query and meta group, the animations group, the chart, and then the core plugin here. Okay, so those are the blocks. So let's look real quick at some of the block options. Let's add an advanced heading block. And here we have the regular wide width and full width option and alignment options. Here you can copy and paste styles and convert CSS to attributes, which looks interesting. Here you can add margin and padding. And then these are some advanced features. This allows position drag. For example, we can do this. This is for CSS transforms. And to clear these, you notice it put a blue dot here in advanced. We have animations, CSS transform position, and then responsive and custom CSS options, the ability to set a custom anchor, and then the ability to add classes. So to clear those, go there. All right, and then we have the ability to set the tag. You can enable an animated heading. You have the option for dynamic data here, post data, author data, taxonomy value, custom field, taxonomy meta, and site data. We'll look at this when we're building our templates. Then you have typography options. There's classic and gradient. You have color, hover color links, links, hover color, link underlying transition, use presets, option to use fluid typography. You can use local fonts. You have background and image mask options, box shadow, heading spacing, border, heading element, highlight heading, content, and subtitle. So the number of options in a block are pretty extensive. You can also access the dynamic data here. Then over here there are two icons. Here you can set some global colors, global typography options, breakpoints, which is similar to that menu item, some interactive options, and some presets that you can create. Then this menu item is for accessing templates. So here we have pre-designed content. We have banners, catalog, e-commerce, hero sections, interactions, listings, marketing overview, and user reviews. Okay, so many of these are very colorful and attractive. Okay, let's go out of here, and now we will go into the full site editor. Template parts is where you'd go if you want to create your header and footer, but I'll be using ones that came with the theme. And then there's the template options here. 2023 allows you to add new templates for archives or singles. See, I've already added the single item book here when I was doing testing, and also for your custom taxonomy. So that's a nice enhancement that comes with WordPress 6.1. So the first thing we want to do here then is create the template for the single item book. So let's go. The way this works with Gutenberg, for the time being, you have to add your header and footer in for each template. So I'll choose the ones that we have existing already. And then in the middle, below the header and above the footer, I'll put a container. I'll add a section, and we'll have it be 2 columns. And then once you pick the number of columns, they give you some predefined kind of layouts here. So I'll pick this one. And below that, I'll add the footer. Okay, so I'm just going to save that now. And so in this side, we'll add a dynamic post image block. And you see, even though we're at books, a post image is being pulled in here. So we can have a preview, we can go and pick book, and then that pulls in the first book record. Okay, and let's see what size we have on the image. I think I usually do medium large and do a height of 250, 270, and auto width there. Okay, then let's see if we can align that center. Okay, now let's add a heading, and I like that the green shift blocks have a different color for their icons. And so let's remove this, and let's enable dynamic data, post data, book title. Good. And I guess this will be an H1. Okay, let's go and add a block after, and this will be post content. Great. And then looks like we have a fair amount of padding at the top of this. So let's go to our heading spacing, margin top 0. That seems to solve it. Okay, then over here, and let's add the author's photo. We need that meta getter field. This is a green shift field for working with dynamic data. So we want an ACF field. Select post type book. It's an image value. And I think it's called author's photo. There we go. Let's align that center. Go to spacing and put a little margin on top. Now let's go and add a button, and we'll align that center. We'll go to spacing and give that some space on top, and say visit author's website. Okay, and then for the button link, let's click dynamic URL, custom meta. Select post type book, author's website. Okay, and we can open in a new window. So this is looking pretty good so far. Let's save this. I'll copy the URL here. We'll open another tab and paste that in. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. If we click here, it does go to the author's website. So I guess we can try to put in now some post meta and see how easy that is. Let's add this here. And this one, let's try that flex box so we can add multiple items here and see how that works. Okay, I'm going to try the advanced text just to see if we can get some information here in a row. Published on, and then we want to add in the post date. And there it is. It took a minute to show up. Okay, now let's add in here another advanced text block, and this one will be, should I put a bar in here? We'll go by, and now we want the post author, and we'll go for display name. Okay, took a minute to come, but there it is. And now let's try create reusable block, and this will be book post meta. I'll save that. All right, so I'm going to save. If we go and update here, there we go. Okay, I guess we can remove a little bit of padding here. Go to spacing, and at the bottom say 0. Well, let's say 10. All right, so now let's save. We'll go back and refresh. It's a little better. Okay, so that's our single. Now let's go and go back to templates. So we'll go here and create the template for archive book. Okay, so in the middle here we will add our section, be a single column, and let's go to spacing, give it some margin at the top and bottom. Okay, and then in here we want to add a query, and let's try the GreenShift query loop builder. We'll go here and we'll select our custom post type. So let's go down, data settings, so order by date is fine. I think 12 is probably all the records we have. Go to grid settings, and I'd like to have just one item so that's a list. And you can see this is very awkward looking. So when you click here, then you can edit the inner layout. So this is kind of cool. And so I think let's go to here. We have row, column, query, loop builder. I'm going to remove this and remove this. And in here, let's see, I'm going to add some columns. I'll add a row, and it'll be 2 columns. And in here, I'm going to add the dynamic post image, and we'll set this to be book, and we'll set it to be medium large. Let's set the width to be 180 and the height to be 260. All right, and let's center that. Let's go to the column and align center. Then here we will have our advanced heading. Get rid of that placeholder text and enable dynamic value, post data, title. Okay, and then for spacing on that, set top 0 and bottom say 10. Then we'll add advanced text, and we'll say dynamic value, post data, book, excerpt. Oops, I need to get rid of this. Then let's add our reusable block, and we called that book post meta. We'll move that up. Okay. Then I like to add a custom field on the archive just to test how flexible it is. Let's try adding a button with a link to the author's website here. Let's center it. And let's give a little margin at the top. Okay, and then let's change the text here. Visit author's website. And let's go open in a new window. Dynamic URL. Custom meta. Book. And the field name is author's website. Oh, here we go. Select field name. Select custom field, author's website. Okay, so let's save. And let's go back now to the front end, and we'll go to the archive page. And here's the archive. Oops, our title is wrong. We didn't set that up for the book custom post type here. All right, now let's save. And let's update this. Good. All right, so this should go to the author's website in a new tab, and it does that. Let's try, do we go to George R. R. Martin's website? Yep. Okay, so we've created our single and we've created our archive template using GreenShift in the full site editor. Now for some discussion and conclusions. In this video, I worked with blocks from the GreenShift Query Dynamic add-on, and overall I was impressed. Here are a few pros and cons. The biggest con was when working in the Query Loop Builder there was lag. I think much of this is Gutenberg's fault, as the core Query Loop block is known to be laggy also. The slowness in showing the options, such as the drop-down to pick the post type, may have occasionally resulted in me making the wrong selection or hunting for an option that wasn't yet visible. That's a bit inconvenient. One suggestion would be that when we're working in a template in the full site editor, that we have the ability to pick a record to use as a preview once, and let that be the default for preview placeholder data rather than set the source block by block. But while I'm pointing out that this would be an enhancement, let's be fair and note that Core only shows generic placeholder images and text, and most Gutenberg add-ons in the full site editor do this also. So the ability to see real data is a step above the default behavior. The other con was very minor, and that was that sometimes the placeholder text, when you add a block, didn't automatically disappear when you filled it out, like the advanced heading or advanced text blocks. Not a big deal, but I had to backspace and manually delete it each time. The pros far outweigh the cons. The advanced text block was nice for adding custom fields inline and made adding the post meta easier. The meta getter block was another nice block for working with custom fields. I got a chance to take advantage of reusable blocks with the block I created for the post meta, which reminds me that the GreenShift reusable blocks functionality includes some theme builder features that can be used with classic themes. This seems kind of unique for a Gutenberg add-on. A very nice feature of the GreenShift Query Loop Builder was the ability to edit the item template. That works both in the full site editor and also in the regular Gutenberg editor when creating a post listing. The ability to edit the template provides a lot of flexibility for creating custom loops. GreenShift has an active Facebook group, and I was happy to see that the team is quick in answering questions there, just as they are in the WordPress plugin directory, so support seems good. There's a lot to dig into, and all of the options could be a bit overwhelming, but I see the team releasing frequent fixes as well as adding enhancements based on user feedback. So GreenShift is rapidly improving. In this video, I barely scratched the surface of the GreenShift block collection. I only looked at one of the add-ons. The GreenShift all-in-one package is very well rounded with a number of interesting and unique blocks. GreenShift is rapidly gaining traction. People who try it are impressed, and it's cool to see new plugins catch on quickly. there's obviously a niche that's being filled. So I recommend checking out GreenShift if you need a full-featured block collection that also works in the site editor. So that's my look at GreenShift for Gutenberg. There's a text summary of the video available on the WebTNG website along with other walkthroughs, reviews, and resources. I hope you found the video interesting. Thank you for watching.